Day 2 of the DRose sneaker challenge, or really just the DRose challenge I'm doing for the month of October. And today we're going to be reviewing a different DRose shoe. What DRose shoe might that be? Well, the 1.5 lows. I dig this. Let's get into it. Crazy Blackman 108, again, back with another review. Today, taking a look at this DRose 1.5 Restomod of the low tops, which is really cool because the low tops is a shoe that didn't actually receive a stateside release, meaning that we really want this shoe to come out here, but we didn't get it stateside originally, back in the olden days, back in, good old 2011. It's nice to have nice things, isn't it? But no, seriously guys, the Rose 1.5 Restomod, this shoe is very cool for a plethora of reasons, all right? Let's talk tech first on this shoe. So the Restomod, what makes it a Restomod? It's the, updating of the tech features on the shoe for performance. So instead of having an EVA midsole, this shoe has a light strike midsole, which gives it just a little bit of extra plushness and comfort compared to the old EVA that they used for this shoe when it originally came out. You still have that great pure motion traction setup that goes from like heel to forefoot. You got these little pods right here, the cilia traction pads, which I think are really cool because these grip super well, whether that's indoors or outdoors. Like, I've never had an issue with any shoe with the 1.5 or the ones outsole. They always perform super well. This upper does have the sprint skin upper, which is basically this, these little perforation holes here and throughout the upper. This was like a precursor to sprint skin, which, or sorry, not sprint skin, sprint web, which we would end up seeing implemented on the Rose 2s, 2.5s, 3s, 3.5s, even the 4 and 4.5s as well. And actually, I think technically on the 5s too. So that's something that, we were used to seeing across the Rose line for a while. But the sprint skin was a precursor to that. You also have the sprint frame here on the back of the heel. That's meant to keep your heel, locked in the shoe. A lot of people used to find a lot of discomfort with the sprint frames. I never was a person to really deal with that issue, but I do know people that, like, if the shoe had a sprint frame on it, it was pretty much a dead mission, unfortunately. Let's talk about storytelling on this shoe, right? Again, the 3 stripes on the back of the heel, that was a classic thing that started off with the initial Rose 1s and was carried on through a lot of other shoes on the DRose line, whereas the last thing you see is DRose blows past you, and they would keep that setup the same because they even have it here on the heel as well too, which I just thought is a super dope piece of storytelling, On the tongue, you do have the DRose logo that we had at the time, which it really isn't really like a DRose logo, it's just the D and the R, and this little like magic type of pattern surface thing, because DRose is a big fan of magic, so that's how they kind of had that set up. It also says DRose here across the top of the tongue, which is cool. Back of the heel, you have Derek's signature along with the Adi branding as well, because this was the Adi Rose 1.5 low initially. Now it's just marketed so as the Adidas Rose 1.5 low, which, you can call it whichever you want to call it. At the end of the day, it's a 1.5, it's a low top, it's dope. When it comes to the insole on this shoe, it's nothing really to write home about. It's just a regular, real like kind of flimsy insole. It's not one of the worst insoles I've seen from Adidas, but it's also like nothing, super special at all. A lot of people have asked me, what do I think about this shoe for a performance? And I can tell you that I've honestly not played basketball in these yet, at least not like at any real length I would say is good enough for performance testing wise. I have played in these just a little bit of like, just a quick little pickup game here with a couple guys, but I didn't play like a super long time in them. But I did like them. I mean, they were comfortable. They did actually grip my foot pretty well, which was nice. Sizing wise on these, I went true to size. So if you get a 10, get a 10. Or if you wear that 10, get that 10. And I really have enjoyed how they have felt casually. Actually, I've worn this shoe mostly casually, along with the other colorway I will review later this month. The black and red, I mean, it's wrong to go wrong with black and red when it's a DRose shoe, right? Like, being from Chicago, the Bulls, a black and red Rose model, I mean, that's you can't get much better than that. I also too really love, I mean, all the 1.5s always usually had, you know, some color designation on the toe box. A lot of times it would be like the white toe box, but on these, I mean, this red really stands out in a dope way, so I really dig that a lot. The only other like storytelling piece, and not really storytelling piece, but like other piece of like branding on here that we should point out is Derek's signature is also here on the side. Now, the original release of these, instead of this being like this little like, what looks like almost like a printed on like decal, it was almost looked like it was more etched into the material itself, which is kind of cool. It's not really a problem on here. I don't think it looks bad, but it just is a thing to note that's like a little bit of a difference between these and the OGs. So, you know, this shoe initially, I believe, retailed for $140 when it was released as a Restomod. I don't remember what the original, I think the original retail price of the low tops, though, when they first came out was like $110, because the high tops were $110. So actually these probably could have been $100, but I don't think that. I think they sold these for $110. It's really cool that Adidas did release these here stateside for us, you know, as a Restomod, because again, trying to find this shoe as a low top, or trying to find really any DRose low top stateside was really a challenge. And so for the people that love low tops, this is super dope. If any of you guys have actually hooped in these at any more length than I have, please let me know what you think down in the comments below of them. Let me know what you think of this colorway. Is there any colorways of the 1.5 lows that you wish they would do like a retro on? I could think of the Memphis colorway that I have as an OG that's pretty cool, but it's one of the only OG colorways I have and OG releases I have of the 1.5 lows. So, you know, but hey, like I said, I'm really glad they did end up releasing these. You know, we saw Derek actually wearing these, I think, a little bit while he was with the Knicks. I think he played in them like once or twice, but that was in the other colorway. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, in case you guys don't know what the DRose Sneaker Challenge is, it's basically where I end up, you know, trying to post a DRose review every single day for the month of October. In honor of his retirement, I'm doing one final hurrah of it, and I'm trying to give it a go. This review is being recorded at 11:24 at night, and it needs to get up before midnight. So all I can say is wish me luck. You will find out if I failed or not, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.